Welcome back. I am Swati Thakur and this is Straight to the Point. Imagine Bihar in 1970. The dust, the heat, the oppression. A frail man in simple dhoti walks in. No army, no party, no title. The British barely noticed. His name was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. His weapon, the truth. Back then, farmers were forced to grow indigo, couldn't plant food, and their children starved under crushing taxes. Gandhi stood up and said, enough. That first satyagraha in Champaran didn't just free farmers, it sent a message: India will not go. Freedom was coming. Today, more than a century later, Bihar faces new struggles. Are the youth and women truly free? Or they are once again facing betrayal? The upcoming Bihar elections are not just about parties. They are about giving a voice to those who have been ignored for far too long. So I'll tell you the connection between Gandhi's first movement, the Champaran Satyagraha, and the 2025 Bihar election. Let's cut the noise and get straight to the point. Champaran was not just a protest, it was a people's awakening. Gandhi refused to leave despite British orders. He listened to farmers, documented their pain, and forced the system to admit its crime. The result, a government inquiry, a 25% refund of illegally taken money, and finally, the end of the Tinkatia system. That was 1917. Ordinary farmers, extraordinary courage, a story of justice won. Fast forward to today. Bihar is again at turning point. But this time, the oppressor aren't foreign rulers. They are the very leaders people voted for. Bihar's young people are staring at sky-high unemployment, delayed recruitment, and when they raise their voice, they get lathis and FIRs. Women who are backbone of Bihar's electorate are promised empowerment. But on the ground, schemes remain half-baked. Safety is uncertain and even their votes are being manipulated. Remember the Special Intensive Revision? A sudden, never-seen-before process by the Election Commission that demanded documents even many citizens don't have. The result, names stuck off the list, often without notice. Opposition leaders call it vote chori, theft of democracy itself. So what's changed in the 100 years? Farmers once denied food, youth now denied jobs, women once silenced by the colonizers, today silenced by the system. From Champaran to 2025, the betrayal continues. Gandhi's message was not just about the British, it was about justice, dignity, and truth in any age. He proved one thing: when people unite peacefully but firmly, no power can deny them. The question is, will the youth of Bihar pick up that legacy? Not with violence, not with hate, but with courage, solidarity, and truth. Because democracy doesn't survive on speeches or slogans. It survived when the citizen demanded accountability. So as we mark Gandhi Jayanti, let's be clear, the spirit of Champaran is not locked in history books. It lives on every time someone stands up against injustice. And maybe the real tribute to Gandhi is not garlanding statue, but carrying forward his fight. Tell me in the comment, do you think Bihar's youth can reclaim Gandhi's legacy? Or will history keep repeating itself?